Hello again, everybody. The next car that you've selected to view on ClassicMuscleCars.com is another new exciting arrival, and this is a 1969 RSSS 396 4-speed Hugger Orange Camaro. Now, we're going to talk a little bit about Chevys today. We've been talking about Fords, we've been talking about Mopars, we've been talking about American Motors, AMXs, and all of that kind of neat muscle car stuff and classic muscle car stuff. But today, we're going to talk about Chevys. I know all you Chevy guys have really been bashing me lately. It's Tony, where's all the Chevys at? Well, you know what? We've always got Chevys. We're Chevy guys here. Jeremy, show them this. This is the car that was my only new car I've ever owned in my whole life. A 1972 Chevelle SS with a big block automatic. I wanted a 1970 Chevelle and a 1969 Z-28 instead of this, but I had no choice. I had to buy this because I couldn't get insurance on a 69 Z or a 1970 Chevelle with a 4-speed in 1972. So I wound up getting this car new. It's the only new car I've ever owned. So what we're talking about here today, Chevy guys, I tell you what, this is a Chevy that is something to talk about. This is a beautiful car. But I just want to let you know, we're talking about bragging rights for Chevys. Here's something I want Jeremy to focus in on so he can show you. This is what you guys got to brag about. 1968 Z-28 Camaro Convertible, 302 4-speed, the only one ever built for Peter Estes, the general manager of GM in 1968. This car was built for him especially because he came up with the slogan, Car of Tomorrow, and gave the whole Camaro line its name, Camaro, condensed from a slogan, Car of Tomorrow. Right, Jeremy?
Exactly.
So anyway, this car was on my flatbed in July of 1993 when I brokered this car in Georgia is where we got the car at, and I brokered it between a buyer and seller, and I was hauling it back from where I picked the car up out of the owner's collection. And this was taken as I was on the phone, and you probably can't see me over there, Jeremy. I was a little bit skinnier than I am today.
Who's that guy?
And a little bit younger, man. And that was my old flatbed truck, which was cool. I had a sleeper on it, but you know, it was a ride coming home with it because a lot of people didn't know about this car at the time, and some did because some of the early publications in the early 90s were starting to write about this car because it was unknown for over 20 years, and then all of a sudden it came out. It was like, oh my God, is this really a rare car? Because this car was better than any Copo car that's out there. It was a one-of-one built for, especially, Peter Estes, the general manager of GM, and this car was put away and it was owned by two other GM execs, and then it was let out and get out into public, and I was one of the people that was involved in this car in the early stages. So you know what, all you Chevy guys, you got your bragging rights now because this is $1 million car right here. When we brokered this car in the early 90s, the car had turned for $165,000, and we still have the original contract here in our showroom. So when you come in, you can view that along with a lot of the other memorabilia that we have here at Northern Illinois Classic Auto Brokers. Right, Jeremy?
Exactly, man.
Now we're talking about bragging rights, and we're talking about more Chevy stuff, okay? Right?
Yep.
I want to show everybody something. Jeremy, look at this. Can you focus in down there? What is that, Jeremy?
It's the bow tie.
It's a bow tie. Now, I didn't have these boots custom made. These are collector boots, okay? These are Chevy racing boots, okay? Don't tell me I'm not a Chevy guy, right? Now, these are collectible pieces, okay? I've even got a Chevy ring. So now you guys can just chill out because I'm not betraying you by selling Fords or selling Mopars or selling American Motors cars or selling MGs or Sprites. I'm still a Chevy guy too. I love all classic muscle cars. But you know what? You got to call up and start complaining to Detroit because GM is doing nothing to bring back anything for a muscle car. The GTO that they came out with, yeah, we want some real cool cars. You know, look what Ford's doing. Look what Chrysler is doing, right?
They got to go retro.
Exactly. Call up, complain. Bring back a new Camaro. Bring back a new Firebird, man. Let's do something cool, right? If you guys call up and complain, they're going to hear you. If they started today to build a new car that we would want to get out and actually go in and buy, it would take them 3 years before they get it tooled up and get it into production. So you need to start going, hey, you know what? we're not just, oh, Corvette people, give us something cool. Let's come out with a retro Camaro. Can you imagine that? Or a retro Trans Am? They'd sell more of them than they would know what to do with. You guys in Detroit, you don't have a clue.
Get it together, man.
This is a beautiful car. This is the way you used to build muscle cars. This is the car that was a legend on the street. It's a beautiful car because it's a rally sport, it's a super sport, it's just got great classic lines, design. It's a beautiful car. It never gets old. It always is going to remain a popular car for all the years to come. Now this one is painted Hugger orange. It's got white stripes on it. It's got a steel cowl hood, 4-speed. It's got Hugger orange interior in it. Now that's really cool because if you know what Hugger orange interior looks like, if you know what an Indy pace car convertible looks like, that's what the interior in this car looks like. It's really a cool interior. This is really a different, awesome looking car the way that it's been set up. Now, this car wasn't born this way. This car was a different color combination, but this prior owner had this car set up the way that he wanted one to look like. So we're not talking about a $75,000 car because if everything was the way that it was supposed to be on this car, that's the price range that this would be. I've seen small block RSSS Camaros bring $50,000, okay? This would be, if it was a numbers complete right car, a $75,000 car in today's market. We're asking far, far less, and you're getting a great car. It's beautiful. We just got it back from our paint shop. We did some paint to it. We just got it back from our detail shop. Our detailers went through, wet sand and buffed the paint again. We get that ultra smooth, silky, beautiful glass shine that we're famous for here at Northern Illinois Classic Auto Brokers. And also, we got a beautifully detailed engine compartment. When our cars go out of here, our cars are ready to go to a car show. A lot of times you'll see cars, you'll see photographs, you'll look at a car and you think, oh, this has got to be this way under the hood, or you might see a picture shot from 20 feet away and you really can't see the details of what's under the hood because that's almost as important today, how it looks under the hood, as the paint does for the exterior of the car. Because you know what? You pull up and right away everybody wants to see what's under the hood. Well, you don't want to open the hood and look at a greasy mess or something that looks like somebody spray bombed it with spray cans for the past 15 or 20 years, and you've got nothing but 180 coats of paint piled up, and it just looks disgusting. Our cars under the hood look gorgeous. They look almost like they did the day they rolled off the assembly line. That's the importance. That's a quality car. That's a car that you want. That's a car that you want to take, own, and be proud of. That's why we're known for selling some of the best cars in the country. I'm not talking new, and if you follow my videos, I don't believe in mint. There's no such word. There isn't a car anywhere in the world today that's 30 or 40 years old, even with the top restoration in the world, that I can't look at and pick something wrong. There is no perfect car. There is no mint car. Never will be, never going to be. Right, Jeremy?
That's what we're telling them.
But this is a nice car, and this is a great buy. You need to give Ed a call at 847-526-5950. This car has got a rosewood wheel. It really accents the interior. It looks awesome. It's a factory rosewood wheel. It's got factory tack, factory gauges. It's got power steering. It's got 8-inch rallies on it. The car sits upright. It's got a real hot look to it. If you want to even change the wheels and put the vintage torque thrust wheels on it, it'll look even more awesome. Any way you look at it, any way you cut it, it's just a beautiful car. My favorite Camaro, 69 hardtop RSSS with a big block 4-speed, can't get no better than that. And you know what? For the price that we're selling this car, you can't ever find one this nice for this price. Also included with this car, Jeremy, and that's why I'm all decked out today. Do I look like a cowboy? I got my Chevy cowboy boots on, man. Why? Because look what else goes with this beautiful 1969 Camaro. This is a beautiful piece of artwork. This bronze statue is a called Double Trouble. It is a Remington imitation piece that is a bronze. We have all the paperwork on it here. It's really cool because this horse and the rider and the bear and everything that's in here is so intricately detailed that you can even see the bullets on his gun holster here. It's really cool. That's the amount of detail that's done to this bronze. And it's a cool piece, and it's appropriate double trouble, because what's going to happen, he's going to shoot the bear, but the horse is getting ready to buck him off, so he's in trouble 2 times. He shoots the bear, the horse is still going to buck him off. So that's why it's called double trouble. Anyway, with this, and Jeremy can show you this a little bit more in detail, we have a COA, which is a Certificate of Authenticity. This is from the foundry, and when they make these, they cast these at the foundry. They keep track of how many is in production. This is a limited edition of 500. So this was cast in 1979 when it was completed. So they only they made 500 of these at the foundry. So it's not like building a car off the assembly line. So it's a different situation of how they're making these, right, Jeremy?
Yep.
We're casting them, right? It's bronze, and I don't know how all that works, but it's kind of like making a fender for a car. You got to have a mold first.
Yep. You pour it.
They pour it in there. So anyway, this is a cool piece. This goes with this car. You know, we do a lot of this. We like to add something, a little bonus to our cars that we get, because you know what? We try, every car that goes out of here has a 100% trade-back policy. Why do we do this? Because you know what? We get customers, and I've got customers since I've been in business since 1978 that still come back to me. Why? Because I take care of the people that we do business with. We give you a great deal, an exceptional deal. You're not going to beat it anywhere. You want a quality car, you want a great investment, you want a great dealership to back it up that you're buying from with a great reputation, who are car guys. We actually own these kind of cars ourselves. We like to drive them, and you know what? We know how to work on them. A lot of people today that are in this business, they don't know a nut from a bolt, from a battery cable to a cap for anything. I mean, you know, it's just that simple. And yet, you know, with us, when you grow up with this stuff and you work on this stuff all your life, you got to know it, and we do. You put me in a new car, I'm lost. I can't even barely turn the headlights on. But you know what? I'm still a guy that was in a time warp, because this is what I grew up with. This is the kind of car that I still love and enjoy today. And what is cool about all of this is that still more and more people today are getting involved in this hobby, and it's not just us of a certain age group or the baby boomers or so on and so forth. It's a lot of younger people too. So everybody's getting the bug, and everybody's having fun with these cars. And that's why I say again, getting back to GM, call them up. Let's start a campaign saying, hey, you know what? You guys got to come out with something cool. We're tired of the stuff you got. Let's get some excitement back into the lines that you sell, so that we can have some retro muscle cars again. The Camaro, the Firebird, the Trans Am, maybe even a cool Nova Super Sport. Resurrect some of the old greats that you had that are just great, fantastic sellers today, like this Chevelle, my Chevelle, this Chevelle Convertible in front of us. Bring back some of that excitement that you guys were so good at doing in the 60s. You outsold everybody. It was always the Ford-Chevy rivalry, and it was always the Chevy guys that were going to win and beat the Fords. And, you know, that's the way it was when I grew up. I used to race the Ford guys. I'd race all the other guys with AMXs and Oldsmobiles and Pontiacs and this, that, and the other. But still, you know, the Chevy was really the king of the streets back in the day, and it still could be. But today it's not for the new cars. And you know what? Chevy needs to wake up there, and you need to build something that we can be proud of, and something that we can go in and we can buy brand new with a warranty on it, so we can take it out and pound it into the ground, and you guys got to fix it if it breaks. Right, Jeremy?
And have fun doing it.
Absolutely. Now, getting back to this, I just want to show you this too, and Jeremy can show you this. This is an appraisal that goes with this piece for insurance purposes. It is called Double Trouble, the bronze, and it's signed in the mold, and it is praised for $25,000. Now, you can consider this a gift with this car, because this is going with the car. Whatever the deal it is that you make with Ed, the final deal, this goes with the car. Do what you want with it. Put it in your family room. Put it in your living room. Put it in your basement rec room. Put it in your garage. Throw it out in a garbage can. I don't care. But this goes with the car. It's a beautiful piece. And yes, it is appraised, not by us, but from a gallery in California for that kind of money. So I think that if you can appreciate art and collectible memorabilia like we do here at ClassicMuscleCars.com, you can appreciate this piece that is going absolutely free, included with this car when you buy this beautiful 1969 RSSS 396 4-speed Hugger Orange car with what kind of interior, Jeremy? Orange houndstooth. You will not see another like this anywhere. It's an awesome car. It's something that when you drive it anywhere, people are going to go, oh my God, look at that Camaro. It's like the best Camaro I've ever seen in my life. Give that a call, 847-526-5950, and he's going to hook you up.
That man is a tough act to follow, but we'll give it a shot. Let's take a look under the hood while we can, as long as it's already open. Check out the exquisite detailing these guys did. Check it out, original clamps. Not that this is an original car like Tony said, but it's a nice touch. The blanket under the hood is fresh, beautiful. Power steering and brakes. Now let's close the hood. It is a steel hood, like Tony said. Here's how she looks on the street. Beautiful looks. Great lines. Cowl induction. Nice set of rally wheels. Let's take a quick look through the window here at this houndstooth interior. Front and rear. Good stuff. I left the trunk open so we can look inside. Oh, I better get some light here. There we go, much better. And as you can see, it looks pretty choice inside here. Nice paint job. And also, if you look towards the rear here, Kicker Substation KS80, a sub of some sort. A couple of speakers in the back deck. And powered by an Alpine V-Power amplifier. Very nice. It's got a little bit of power to it. Nicely done stripes as well. And moving down this side, as you can see, it's all nice and straight. Here's Mr. Frederick Remington's piece. We'll get back to this in detail later. Very sharp looking car. Let's take a look on the inside. Let's take a look at this. We've got some light in there. Carpets immaculate, as is in the back seat. Let's zoom in on this houndstooth. Extremely nice. And in front, similar. Door panels look great. Console looks pristine, actually. Showing 80,231. It's got the gauge package there. The Hurst 4-speed. And looking here at the dash, there's the Alpine stereo, and it's XM. It looks like an XM radio. So you got satellite radio built into this thing. Neat. Well, that's about it for this car. Not much else to say. It pretty much speaks for itself. There it is. 1969 big block 396 4-speed Camaro RS SS. No, we're not done yet. Let's check out the bronze piece. Double Trouble by Frederick Remington. I've never been much into art description, but we'll give it a shot. Oh, that's what he's trying to do to the bear. As Tony said, the detail work is incredible on this piece. And it is all bronze, except for the base, which appears to be marble. This goes in addition to, along with this car, to the purchaser. Inspired by Frederick Remington. Let's get it from this side with a little better illumination. Very nice indeed. Let's check out that certificate of authenticity right here. Double Trouble bronze, completed in '79, limited edition of 500, and it's signed by the foundry master. And right underneath here, Aaron Aubrey has appraised this at $25,000 retail replacement value. And there's the package.